What's up, awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a video for you all. And today I'm here to do my 2021 horror movie boutique collection overview video. I thought this was fitting since spooky season is here, or it's slowly coming here. It's actually coming pretty fast, but October is next month. It's kicking off the fall season finally. It's starting to feel like fall here. And I thought, why not do a brand new horror movie boutique episode video going over my Scream Factory releases, Vestron video, Arrow video, Vinegar Syndrome, all those boutique episodes, or not boutique episodes, but boutique labels I have on this shelf. And stay tuned for more horror movie boutique episodes. Haven't done one of those in a while. Those will be coming soon, but I thought, why not kick off kind of that series again and show you guys the collection overview. And again, it's also spooky season, so I thought this was perfect. So we're going to start with the box sets, the limited edition sets, and then we're going to go through those shelves there. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope you're all doing well, and let's get started. Alright guys, so starting at the top, we got some box sets, and we're starting with Scream Factory stuff. We have the Amityville Horror Trilogy box set with the first 3 movies, the first Scream Factory box set that came out. We got the Critters Collection, and there is a glare, by the way, because I do have Halloween lights on. But the Critters Collection, the Fly Collection, the Friday the 13th Deluxe Edition box set, which is amazing. The best set we have of the films. The Halloween now out of print deluxe edition box set with all the movies plus a whole bunch of bonus features. I know we're getting the first 5 movies on 4K from Scream Factory, but I still say this is the best edition of the Halloween films. We don't know if we're going to get 6 through Rob Zombie's films, so if we don't, this is the best edition to have, and I absolutely love that. Going on, guys. We got the Omen Collection, this deluxe edition box set. Very cool. All 5 of the Omen movies. The Wreck Collection. Going through some other box sets that I have. We have the Cursed Collection of the later Amityville movies. Released by Vinegar Syndrome. One of my favorite sets I own. I absolutely love that. Then we got the Phantasm Sphere Collection from Wellgo USA, I believe. Hello, by the way, you guys see me. This has the Sphere, but it also has all 5 movies, and Part 2 is the unrated cut. Now, if you don't want to get this, I don't know if it's in print anymore. I know they re-released this recently. But if you don't want to get this set, because I know it's pretty pricey, and if you just want to get the second movie, the unrated cut of the second movie, I know they're releasing Phantasm and Phantasm 2 through a standard release, so you can pick those up. But I love the Sphere set. I had to grab it. And then next to it, we have the standard but out of print Phantasm Collection from Wellgo USA. And this is the one when I'm watching the movies, I'll pull this box set out. I pretty much got this for collector's piece. I just think it's beautiful, so... But I got 2 Phantasm Collection box sets there. Going on, we got some Arrow stuff. So we got these limited edition sets. We got American Werewolf in London, Donnie Darko, The Hills of Eyes Part 2, the original movies, The Last House on the Left, the original. Then we got the long out of print Hellraiser Scarlet box set with Hellraiser, Hellbound Hellraiser 2, Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, plus so many bonus features. This is long out of print. I'm glad I got it when it came out. Absolutely love it. And then the UK 4-film House Collection box set. And this is a beautiful set, by the way. Just a great set to own with all 4 of the House movies. All of them looking great on Blu-ray. Plus you get some great bonus features. And I know it says it's Region B, but this is actually region free. So if you can get your hands on it, definitely get that one. Now going on to the shelves, and it's a little shaky. I do apologize. We're starting with the Scream Factory stuff, and we got the steelbooks. We got the kind of limited edition Creep Show, not limited edition, but kind of really cool edition of Creepshow. It's not a slipcover, it's a slip box, so we're going to start there. And then we're going to do slipcovers and standard, non-slipcover releases of Scream Factory stuff. That's a lot there, a lot of tongue twisters. But getting started, I'm not going to pull these out, but we got Creepshow. I'll show this off, why not? It is that kind of cool outer box set edition of Creepshow. The best way to get the movie. Love that. Going through these steelbooks, we have Assault on Precinct 13, Carpenter's movie, one of my favorite Carpenter films, Army of Darkness. We got Big Trouble in Little China, Galaxy of Terror, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Life Force, Night of the Demons, Piranha, The Slumber Party Massacre, and John Carpenter's The Thing. Going through some slipcovers. And in between these, you're going to see some IFC films as well, which Scream Factory has released, so I kind of just combined them all together. But we got April Fool's Day, Autopsy of Jane Doe, which is one of those IFC films, which I highly recommend. Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. I got the standard release of Big Trouble in Little China because I'm a big fan of this movie, so I got both editions. We got the original Black Christmas. It's a fantastic release. The 1988 Blob film. Love that. Brides of Dracula, which if you guys have never seen this, this is one to pick up. Pretty underrated movie. Not a lot of people talk about it. Of course, Christopher Lee is known for the Hammer Dracula movies. But this was the kind of second Dracula film that we had with the Hammer films. And I don't think people were expecting Christopher Lee to come back when they made this movie. Obviously, after this, we got a lot of Christopher Lee Dracula movies, but this is fantastic, and this is one of the best Hammer films and Hammer Dracula movies. So pick that one up from Scream Factory. It's a great addition. Got the Blob, the original, or not the original, but the Candyman, the first Candyman movie, one of my favorites. Carrie, which I know this is out of print, and I believe Kino Lumbar is going to be releasing that from on 4K. Then we got the original Child's Play, class of 1984. We got Dawn of the Dead, the remake, The Dead Zone, which I just picked that one up. I haven't watched it yet, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. Then we got one of the first Scream Factory releases, and that is Deadly Blessing, Wes Craven's Deadly Blessing. Still pretty underrated Wes Craven movie. I love the film. I know there's fans of it, but I still think that's a pretty underrated one. But Deadly Blessing, if you've never seen it, pick up that edition. We got Death Becomes Her, one of my favorites. I'm glad Scream Factory released that. Dracula, Prince of Darkness, which is a great Christopher Lee Dracula movie. Then we got the 1979 Dracula film, which I've yet to watch. Huge shout out to Christian Hannah Horror. He talked about this, and I had to pick it up, so looking forward to watching that soon. We got Drag Me to Hell, which is one of my favorite modern horror movies from the last decade. I love that. Or the 2000s. We got The Entity, one of my favorites. Escape from LA. Event Horizon. Exorcist 2, The Heretic, which I don't find that movie to be as bad as people make it out to be, but it's still not a great movie. Campy fun is how I would, kind of describe that. And definitely not as strong as the first movie or this little gem here, which I think is extremely underrated, and that is The Exorcist 3. Now, I know if you guys have seen Exorcist 2 and you didn't like that movie, so you never watched Exorcist 3, go watch Exorcist 3. It's a way better movie, and in my opinion, it's the best of that franchise. Love that movie. Firestarter, underrated Stephen King movie. I love that. John Carpenter's The Fog, From Beyond, Ghost Stories, Ghost Ship, which is great. Ginger Snaps, which I haven't seen that in a while, but it takes place in October, so I have to check that one out. We got Hell Night, which I recently rewatched the other night. I love that. I kicked off the fall season with that movie. One of my favorites. One of the recent Scream Factory releases, House of Wax, which was a great release, great transfer, bonus features. Love that movie. I'm glad I got the Scream Factory treatment. Next to that is another Dark Castle film, and that is the remake of House on Haunted Hill, which I love that remake. Got The Howling there, Idle Hands, In the Mouth of Madness, which is a great Carpenter film. Jeepers Creepers, Jeepers Creepers 2, King Kong 1976, I believe. My favorite King Kong movie. I love that. Love that movie. I'm glad it finally got a Blu-ray release here in the US, but I'm very happy Scream Factory released that. Land of the Dead, Misery, another one coming from Kino Lumbar on 4K. Misery is a great one. Motel Hell, 2 slip covers of My Bloody Valentine, the original, but we got the kind of just slip cover there. I have a, kind of Blu-ray case, holding it together, but that's the limited edition slip cover. And then we have the actual movie with its slip cover right there. One of my favorite slasher films from the 80s. We got Nightbreed, the director's cut. We got Night of the Creeps, Pet Sematary 2, The People Under the Stairs, Poltergeist 2 and 3, which those are out of print now and hard to get, but I love those movies, especially Poltergeist 3. Prince of Darkness, one of the first 4Ks that we got from Scream Factory. One of my favorite Carpenter movies, and a great 4K release, so absolutely love that. Psycho 2 and 3, Pumpkinhead, which I don't know if that one's out of print. I know part 2 is, but if you guys have never seen Pumpkinhead, you need to pick that one up if it's still available. I know this one's out of print, The Return of the Living Dead with its cool slipcover there. And very neat. Return of the Living Dead Part 2, Road Games, Serial Mom, Shocker, which is another great underrated Wes Craven movie. Silent Night, Deadly Night, Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, Silver Bullet, which I love Silver Bullet. This is one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations. Definitely check that one out if you've never seen it. This one's not out of print, but Sleepaway Camp, and the now long out of print releases of Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. Sleepwalkers, another great underrated Stephen King adaptation. Slither, which I got this for $3 brand new with a slipcover at Game Exchange. I don't think they knew what they had. They had this for $3 brand new and came with the slipcover. A little bit kind of, as far as like wear on the slipcover, there's a little bit there because it was completely shrink wrapped, but for $3, I picked that one up and I was like, well, let's own it in the collection. Starman, great John Carpenter movie. The Strangers, as well as The Strangers Pray at Night, which is not a Scream Factory release, but I like having them together. Love those movies. Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight, which is my favorite of the Tales from the Crypt movies. Teen Wolf 1 and 2, and then again, long out of print, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 Scream Factory release, which if you guys just want the movie on Blu-ray, there is I believe the standard Blu-ray is still in print, but if you can come across this Scream Factory release of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, that's the best way to get that movie. Going down to the second shelf, we got kind of, ending the slip covers, but we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation, They Live, the other 4K of John Carpenter's films, which again looks and sounds great. Really love that edition and really love the movie now. I have more of an appreciation for that movie. 13 Ghosts, the remake, love that. Urban Legend, Valentine, John Carpenter's Vampires, and Village of the Damned, John Carpenter's Village of the Damned, which I think is pretty underrated. Same with Vampires. Love them both. And now going into the standard releases from Scream Factory. Again, there's other stuff mixed in there, but it's mostly Scream Factory releases. And there is a glare, so let's try to get that glare off of there. But we got 10 to Midnight, great movie there. American Gothic, Bad Moon, double feature of Bad Dreams and Visiting Hours. Body Bags, Brain Scan, great movie from the 90s. Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh. And then this is a MOD title, made on demand title, but Candyman 3, Day of the Dead, which I've tried to watch that, and definitely not a great movie. I mean, part 2 is not great in my opinion, but I can enjoy that movie. Part 3 is just terrible. Cherry Falls, this is a great fall atmospheric movie. If you guys have never seen that, I highly, highly recommend that one. Cobra, this is an out-of-print release, but it's the Carrie TV movie, and then The Rage Carrie 2. I'm glad I picked that one up. I'll pull these out, but we got The Crush, which is a great one. Day of the Dead. Another out-of-print one, Disturbing Behavior, which is a great, like, late 90s teen thriller. Back when we had a lot of those 90s teen horror movies, that was one of them that came out. And pretty underrated one. I'm glad Scream Factory released it. But it's now long out of print, so maybe one day somebody else will release it. Unopened, but I have seen this movie, The Devil's Candy, another IFC movie. Brought out by Scream Factory. This is a great one. If you've never seen The Devil's Candy, I need to rewatch it. I love this movie. Pretty disturbing, but it's a great movie. One of the first Scream Factory releases, Death Valley. Escape from New York. The Evictors. The Evil. This is one of those Roger Corman release movies brought out by Scream Factory / Shout Factory. This is a great one up until like the last 15 minutes. I think the last 15 minutes aren't bad, but it definitely kind of throws you off. But the rest of the movie is like a great supernatural haunted house movie. So if you can pick that one up for a great price, I highly recommend The Evil. Eyes of a Stranger, pretty eerie slasher thriller. The Final Terror. I'm glad that movie finally got a proper release. Final Exam. I know this one doesn't get much love, and it honestly gets more negative reviews than, even good reviews. But I really enjoy this kind of slasher from the 80s. Basic college slasher movie, but I enjoy it. Forbidden World, another Roger Corman classic movie. Cult classic movie. The Funhouse, which in my opinion is a classic. I love that film. Tobe Hooper, rest in peace. That's one of his best. The Gate 2. William Friedkin's The Guardian, which is just cheesy fun from the 80s. He Knows You're Alone. One of my favorite slashers. He Knows You're Alone. The Hills Run Red, which is a pretty fun one now. Like, the first time I saw it, I wasn't too crazy about it, but that movie has grown on me quite a bit. The Hills Run Red. Great anthology film from the, I think, 60s or 70s. It was late 70s, but that is The House That Dripped Blood. That's a fun one. The out-of-print Howling 2, or Howling 2, Your Sister's a Werewolf, which, a lot of people don't like this one, but I love this movie. It's really cheesy and kind of bizarre, and you can say it's so bad it's good, but I love Howling 2. Lake Placid, just added this one to the collection. I did not own that. The Legend of Hell House, which is one of my favorite 70s horror movies. I'm going to talk about this movie until more people talk about it, but I love this film, so please check it out. I know it's got a fan base out there, but it doesn't get enough love and talk, so check out The Legend of Hell House. Memoirs of an Invisible Man from Carpenter. That is a fun one. Not one of my favorite Carpenter movies, but definitely a fun one. The Monster, aka Humanoids from the Deep, another Roger Corman classic Blu-ray line that they released. The Nest, another fun 80s kind of bug creature feature movie. Night of the Comet, I love that. Love It First Bite and Once Bitten. I got it for Once Bitten. Love It First Bite, I still need to watch, but Once Bitten, it's one of my favorites growing up, so I own it for that. Phantom of the Paradise, which is a great one. The Paninsky Tapes, which I still have to watch. Hopefully I said that right. Piranha 2, The Spawning, which is fun. All I'll say is it's a fun movie. It's not bad. It's probably not even great, but I have a fun time with Piranha 2. Prisoner, which, sorry about that. Prison. Rennie Harlan before he did Nightmare on Elm Street 4. That is a great one. I love that movie. Then we got, kind of have to move over a little bit. In the corner here, we got, and these are backwards, but we got Psycho 4, The Beginning. And then we have the Psycho Remake, which I know a lot of people hate this. And, when I first saw it, I wasn't a big fan, but I've grown to appreciate the movie. Is it as good as any of the other films? No, in my opinion, this is my least favorite Psycho movie, but I do enjoy that film. And it's not one of the worst remakes. There's some terrible remakes out there. That's not one of the worst ones. We got Return to Salem's Lot, one of the newest releases from Scream Factory. The long out of print Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings. Saturday the 14th, which I've yet to see, but I got that on sale. I think it was like $13 on their website when they were having a Roger Corman sale, so I picked it up. Scars of Dracula, a great Christopher Lee Dracula film. The Sentinel, another film kind of like Legend of Hell House. I'm going to talk about this movie more until people see it or talk about it. I know this one's probably a little bit more well-known than Legend of Hell House, but I still think this is a underrated, supernatural 70s horror movie. So check it out if you've never seen it. Wes Craven's The Serpent in the Rainbow. Session 9, another underrated one. Definitely check it out, guys. Single White Female. We have the Slumber Party Massacre, which I love that movie. And the long out of print Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3, which I don't think that was in print for the longest time. I think it kind of went out of print quick. But I love these sequels. I love this kind of franchise or trilogy. And I'm looking forward to seeing the remake. Coming out on Sci-Fi, but, Sci-Fi can release some good stuff. So hopefully that's good. John Carpenter's Someone's Watching Me, TV movie that came out the same year. Oh, there's a little blurry there. Came out the same year as Halloween. I love Someone's Watching Me. We have Straight Jacket. Haven't seen that one yet. Got it on a Scream Factory sale. Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror. Two of the early kind of 60s horror movies that came out. I don't know if you'd call them Hammer horror movies, but they came out around that same time. Got that on sale recently. Then we got Tales from the Crypt presents Bordello of Blood, which I have not seen this movie in a long time. I'm not really sure how it's going to hold up, but I think it's going to be cheesy fun when I watch it. Great 90s anthology film and one of the best anthology movies, Tales from the Hood. Then we got Terror Within and Terror Within 2, which this is one of those limited edition Scream Factory Roger Corman releases that I picked up. Yet to watch them, but I'm looking forward to it. An unopened copy, but I have seen both movies, Terror Vision and The Video Dead. Still need to revisit the movies. The original Town That Dreaded Sundown, great movie there. Trick or Treat, I'm looking forward to having Krampus or Crumpus in the collection. Two Michael Dougherty movies. Twice Dead, another kind of limited edition release from them. Urban Legends, Final Cut. Virus, Jamie Lee Curtis says this is her worst movie she's ever been in. I don't agree with that. I think she's had some other kind of terrible movies. Not really a lot of them, but I think Virus is a fun kind of 90s horror movie sci-fi film. Not the best, but still not the worst. And it's definitely not Jamie Lee Curtis's worst movie. I know she considers it that, but I really don't. I have a lot of fun with that. Then we got When a Stranger Calls Back, which is my personal favorite When a Stranger Calls movie. I love that film. Then we got X-Ray and Schizoid, which is out of print. Urban Legend. I don't know why I said that, but Witchboard. I love Witchboard. That's one of my favorite horror movies. Rest in peace, Tawny Katane. This is not a Scream Factory release, but it is a sequel to Witchboard, and I have it over here. But Witchboard 2, The Devil's Doorway. I love that. Now going into some Arrow releases. We got some steelbooks and then slip covers. Some of them are not horror movies, but I like to keep my Arrow releases together. We have Driller Killer, We got The Last House on the Left, which I got that. A buddy of mine got that for me for $9.99 at FYE. So, that's why I have 2 copies. But that's a really cool price and really cool steelbook. So thank you to my buddy for picking that one up for me. Weird Science. I got that during a Grindhouse sale. So pick that one up. Love that movie. Alice, Sweet Alice, another one that I love. That is a great release. The Mutilator, which I love that. Children of the Corn. They are releasing a box set overseas, so I will be picking that up. And they're releasing the first one on 4K, and the US is getting the 4K release as well. So, but Children of the Corn, that's one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations. 16 Candles, I love that release. Then we're going to go through these without pulling them out because they're kind of in the corner here. Basket Case, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, Blood Rage, Blood and Black Lace, Bloody Birthday, Brain Damage, the George A. Romero's The Crazies, Creep Show 2, and Cruising. Alright guys, we're on the last shelf. I'm going to go through these pretty quick. But we got Chud, Deep Red, Doom Asylum, which is a fun, cheesy slasher film from the late 80s. Ian Alive, Tobe Hooper's Ian Alive, which I absolutely love that. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and she just came out, so welcome to the LGBTQ community, Elvira. I absolutely love Elvira, and I love that movie. Let's see, we got Flowers in the Attic, the original, The Initiation, Nightbreed. This is the UK release that has both versions of the film. That's why I picked it up, because I know that Scream Factory had that limited edition set with both the theatrical and director's cut of this movie. But I did not own that, and so this was the best way to get both the director's cut and theatrical cut of Nightbreed. We got Pitch Black, The Prey, Reanimator, Barida Reanimator, The Slayer, which is a fun one, Society, which is fun but totally gross. Then we got Trapped Alive, which is kind of one of those forgotten 80s slasher films. Not one of the best, but still a fun one. Torso, Tremors, Vamp, and The Wind. Going through my Vestron video releases, not Vestron video, but Vinegar Syndrome releases. We have Beastmaster. This is that limited edition 4K Blu-ray release of Beastmaster. Then we got Necromancer, Spellcaster. Those are the VS, I believe, releases, kind of those limited edition releases. Then we got Dolly Dearest, Don't Go in the Woods Alone, Faded to Black, Nightmare Sisters, Rad, the 4K release, Rush Week, Silent Madness, Witch Trap. Going through the standard Vinegar Syndrome releases, Blood Games, Bloody New Year, not Blood Games, Berserker, Bloody New Year, Blood Games, Buddies, Christmas Evil, Cutting Class, Don't Answer the Phone, Don't Panic, Frightmare, Graduation Day, The Hearse. Then we have Jack Frost 2, which is a made-on-demand Blu-ray, but I will be picking up the MVD release when it comes out. Madman. Then we have Mountaintop Motel Massacre, Splatter University, Snapshot, and Tammy and the T-Rex. So these are the Vestron releases. I'm actually going to pull these Vestron releases out because this is going to fall, and I'll show you those in just a second. Alright guys, the last of this horror movie boutique shelf. We're going through my Vestrons. They're at the very end, so I did not want them to fall when I was showing those off kind of in the shelves. So I pulled these out. I don't own all the Vestron releases, but I do own, the ones that I want. And then eventually I'll pick up some other ones that I'll just add to the collection. But we have Beyond Reanimator, the third movie, which surprisingly enough, that's a pretty good film. Chopping Mall, one of my favorites. Class of 1999, great movie there, guys. Pick that one up. Then we got The Gate, which is one of my favorites. Little Monsters, childhood favorite. This was kind of the return to the Vestron releases. Love Little Monsters. Glad it has a Blu-ray. The only Vestron release without a slipcover, Maximum Overdrive. Recently rewatched that. Well, I love this movie now. I didn't love it when I first saw it, or the first couple times I saw it, but I love that now. Then we have Return of the Living Dead Part 3, which is one of my favorites. It's actually my favorite after the first film, so love Return of the Living Dead Part 3. Then we got Shivers, David Cronenberg Shivers. Great one there. Slaughter High, a great 80s slasher film. Haven't watched this one yet. This was one of the latest Vestron releases. Sundown, The Vampire Retreat, or The Vampire in Retreat. Looking forward to watching that. The Warlock Collection, which I've only seen the first one. Very fun movie. Gotta watch the rest. Waxwork 1 and 2. One of the first of the Vestron releases. So, the Wishmaster Collection. I got this for $14.99 when it was on sale. So that was very cool. And the last one is one of my favorite 80s horror movie thrillers. And that is The Wraith. Hopefully I said that right. But really love this 80s horror movie. Pick this one up if you guys have yet to get it. It's at Walmart for like, you know, under $12 or like $12.49. So pick that one up, guys. Alright guys, so that is the end of my horror movie boutique label shelf. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. And of course, I'm going to be adding more to this shelf, and you know, probably going to have to get a bigger shelf eventually. But yeah, I absolutely love this corner of the room. I film a lot of my videos in front of this area, which I'll kind of show off my Halloween tree, kind of everything around there. So very cool. But I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for many more videos to come. You guys are the best, so I really appreciate your love and support. And you guys rock. So as always, you guys are awesome. You guys rock. You know, with the positive, out with the negative. Go eat some Skittles. And just remember, guys, to always be yourself, because you guys are amazing and you guys are beautiful. And I'll talk to you guys later. All right, guys. Bye.